Hi there everyone, how are we doing? New Year's Eve, we're here. Let's get a new year in, that'd be good, wouldn't it? We'll get things a bit different. Just a quick one again today. This is block 3 for Witter Quilt 10. I'm looking at it because it says it in front of me here. I just check on things because you know what I'm like, hopeless. First 2 blocks are just behind me here. Okay, third block, Again, I've just drawn whatever the hell's come into my mind. But what I have done is kept those 4 squares the same and repeated as are the designs here, 4 and 4 in the centre. They don't have to be the same fabrics, but I just thought, well, that would be a bit of continuity with things, yeah? So this one, I'm introducing a Y seam. Okay, so those of you that don't know, don't panic, it's not the end of the world. The construction of this needs to be done slightly different to others. So we're going to do those 4 squares together. And then you're going to do this piece to the pink to a strip. Now this here is actually divided in 2, okay, because it goes round that square. You could do it with lots of triangles and stuff and lots of joins, but I thought no, we'll have a Y seam for a change. So this piece is done the same as well, so we've got 3 pieces, okay, and I've taken photos of this and I will put them over on Patchwork Wittering's group in the albums, in the photos for you, so that you can see how I've done it. So you've got that bit and you've got this bit that you join to the side here, all right, and that splits down the centre, that one. So that's that one. Then you join this piece to that edge, okay, which will leave it floppy open, and then you need to join that seam, okay. So what you do, turn him over, okay, make sure that you get it square, as in nice, well, triangle, square, whatever, but lined up really well, okay, and that seam in the center there, pin that well, okay, and then you can just go down the length of that. Make sure that you start from the center and work out. Make sure that you start at the right spot, okay, so where the folded seam comes up, you'll see that there's a bit of stitch, okay, where you've joined them on. You're going to go from that little bit of stitch right the way out. If you get this centre bit wrong, you'll get a pucker in the centre, okay. What you might want to do, bit of a cheat, because I like cheating, as we know, start that seam off, do maybe an inch or so, open it and see, is it flat, is it happy? If it's happy, you can soon go back and continue that one. If it's not good, unpick it, all right. I don't advocate unpicking things unless I really have to, so take my word on it, if you need to, unpick it until you get that bit right. You might need to adjust your starting point and the depth of your seam, okay, but it will be fine. But yeah, so pin that nicely, that you've got that as it should be, 95 degree or whatever it is, 45 degree angle, okay, pin that out the way, keep that flat, make sure that these 2 are square, all right, so everything is folded in a real good triangle diagonal, all right, and then carry on your stitching, okay. Lots of pins if you need it, and then hopefully, like mine, yours will be flat at that point. All right, I've used the same fabrics each side, so it gives you that nice long piece of colour through the centre. So it's the same fabric, but it's got a small ditzy pattern on it that when joined, actually you don't really see the join, so it gives you a block of colour. All right, so Y seams, never to be afraid of, to be avoided unless you have to, but you know what, they come in handy and it's nice to know how to do them. Take your time, pin it well, start it off, stop and have a look, is it good? If it's good, then pop it back under the machine and carry on. If it's not good, unpick it at that point, but figure out before you unpick, what do I need to do to make it correct? Do I need to make my seam a thicker seam, a thinner seam? do I need to start off at a slightly different point in order to carry on. All right, so nothing to be afraid of. Lots of pins as normal. Pins is always good. So yeah, Y seam block 3 for our Witter Quilt 10. Okay, so again, I have no idea if this is somebody else's block, because it's just one that I've sat and drawn and made. And in fact, I did this the other day on what I call my Christmas relief day. So I do a day between Christmas and New Year where the local ladies, if they've had enough or need an escape, they come out for the day or half a day or just a cup of coffee just to say hello, to break up the Christmas New Year bit. So I, through the day, sat and drew this in front of them and made it, so they can testify to the fact that I just did it and it is what it is. All right, don't forget your seam allowances, accurate cutting, all the rest of it. Oh, and what I did do, this is a good point to be saying, all right, when I was making this one to the pink one to the long one, I actually cut that long one much longer than I needed it, joined it, and then trimmed it. Makes life so much easier than trying to faff around with 2 lots of points. On the pattern, when you get to see it, there are dotted lines there, and there would be dotted lines up here as well, just to indicate. I think I put a measurement there that I cut, which was 2 inch by 4.5 by 14 inches, instead of what should have perhaps been 2 inches by 12. I gave myself loads of space, just trimmed it off. Makes life easier. I like easier. All right, so there we go. That's it. I hope we all had a lovely Christmas. I hope everybody's well. We're now heading into New Year, so that's going to be good too. I'm going to try and carry on these one a week for you, if nothing else, if not a bit more if I can. We'll see what Boris has got in store for us next week. It'll be interesting. Okay, so lots of new fabrics come in. There's a whole bay of it all up there behind me. They're going to be on the website very soon. I've been very naughty. There's a set of fabric up there that I adore. It's like an inky blue. You probably can't see it on the camera because it's a bit too high up, with a yellow, and I just love it. Dear Stella fabric. So I've been really naughty. I've cut myself a set of fabric and I've put them in a plastic and I've stashed it. I have no idea when I'll ever get to use it, but I just adore it. So what I've done for today, just on the spare, if you want a kit the same as I've cut for myself, I've put a special offer on it. Okay, so have a look on my Facebook page, and it'll only be there either sort of as long as I've got it, or into the new year, whichever's soonest, as it were, if you see what I mean. Okay, so over this weekend I'll leave that one there for you all. There will be special offers on Sunday as well, just let you know. I've been having a clear out in here, and I've got a few ends bolts going to go on with a bit of luck tomorrow if I get the time. And I've reduced a few meterages, so you know, if you're looking for backing fabrics and stuff, I've reduced a few of them. It's all been fun because I've got a fabric addiction, you know. It means if I get rid of it, I can have more. Don't tell Paul that. He already thinks I'm nuts. One thing left, well, 3 things left to say. Bit of exercise, bit of tidying, humongous in here. And make sure everybody's all right and healthy and happy and all the rest of it. Don't let anybody be on their own this evening, or perhaps give them a ring in through the day, even if you can't do it this evening if you're out yourself. Make sure everybody's all right and happy, okay? My very best wishes to you all for a very happy 2022. Let's hope it's rather much better than 21 was. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe we need to be 22 to understand and all be things better. That would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. Hope to see you all around about and throughout the year at shows and teaching, and if you're on holiday in Cornwall, do come see me. We'll just do whatever we can, all right? But as ever, just one thing, be lovely. See ya.